The Caribbean Festival of Arts, CARIFESTA, is an international multicultural event organized on a periodic basis by the countries in the Caribbean. CARIFESTA was conceived out of an appeal from a regional gathering of artists who were at the time participating in a Writers and Artists Convention in Georgetown, Guyana in 1970, which coincided with Guyana's move to Republican status. The then Prime Minister Forbes Bornham conceived the first CARIFESTA, which was launched in Guyana in 1972 to showcase the region's rich and diverse culture. Since then, Guyana has been participating in every CARIFESTA. Recently, the country showcased its rich culture and diversity in Barbados at CARIFESTA 13. In this week's edition of Guyana 411, we will highlight Guyana's participation at CARIFESTA 13. Thank you for joining us. I am GABREILA PATRAM. Stay tuned. CARIFESTA 13 officially opened on Sunday, August 20th, 2017, under the theme, Asserting Our Culture, Celebrating Ourselves, with a parade from Queen's Park to Kensington Oval Ground in President Kennedy Drive, Bridgetown, Barbados. The signature parade of the nations featured more than 1,500 participants representing 23 CARICOM countries, as well as Canada and Venezuela.
As the large bands in a parade of countries showcasing their cultural traditions and wearing their country colors and costumes paraded through the streets, the kaleidoscope of Caribbean colors and cultures was exhilarating. Minister of Education Nicolette Henry headed the Guyanese delegation together with Permanent Secretary Melissa Tucker, Director of Culture Tamika Boswin, and Director of National Event Cornell Godfrey Bess. The delegation was arguably the most colorful and energetic, proudly portraying the colors of our golden arrowhead. Barbados Prime Minister Frondell Stewart, CARICOM Secretary General Erwin LaRock, Barbados Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport Stephen LASHLEY, and other government officials and members of the diplomatic corps welcomed the various participating contingents into the Kensington Oval Ground. Minister LASHLEY, declaring the Caribbean premier cultural and arts event open, noted that though CARIFESTA has had its challenges, it has survived. He called on the contingents to work even harder for regional integration.
The tenacity of spirit exhibited by leaders in the cultural sphere, successive regional governments, and the CARICOM Secretariat together permitted CARIFESTA to survive a hiatus of 11 years and return stronger than ever in 1992. The cultural passion invoked by the vision has been the bulwark against the various socio-economic threats that continually challenge the region in its call for the unity of our people. We have found the strength within ourselves to survive, a practice adopted during enslavement and during colonization. Our cultural moorings were always our anchor of sanity and stability. CARIFESTA, the Caribbean Festival of Arts, therefore remains the best opportunity for the region to respond to these threats, as it challenges us, each and every one of us, to look within ourselves and to our special traditions. It ought to remind us that we need now more than ever to work even harder towards full regional integration. By our presence here this evening, we must, as a proud Caribbean people, rededicate ourselves to the dream of our forefathers of a united Caribbean politically, economically, and socially.
LaRock extended warm greetings to the representatives and guests of the various countries, while noting the historical importance of the event.
CARIFESTA returns to Barbados for the second time after 36 years. We know that this 13th edition will be as enjoyable and as well represented as CARIFESTA 4 was in 1981. This demonstrates in a tangible way Barbados' recognition of the significant contribution that culture and the creative industries can make to economic and social development here and in other member states. It reaffirms your commitment to CARICOM and to regional integration. This year we celebrate 44 years as a Caribbean community, and CARIFESTA has been with us from the beginning. As a cultural flagship, CARIFESTA is a highly valued CARICOM event that is near and dear to our hearts. Since its inception in 1972 in Guyana, it has given us a regional platform where we can share and exchange, showcase our talents, and in essence, assert our culture and celebrate ourselves.
The opening of CARIFESTA 13 was just the beginning of what proved to be a display of creative industries, which showcased the unique Caribbean culture of visual, fine and performing arts and paved the way over the next 10 days for full display and exhibition of the region's rich and diverse cultures.
This is the second time that this mega cultural festival is being hosted in the land of the flying fish, as Barbados took on the festivities for CARIFESTA 4 in 1981. Participating countries at CARIFESTA 13 utilized the regional platform to exhibit and promote their unique culture and nationalities. Guyana was no exception. The Guyana booth set up at CARIFESTA 13 Grand Market was a sight to behold. Our rich culture and diversity was stunningly showcased in our talents.
Hundreds of patrons traversed the CARIFESTA Grand Market, examining and supporting several booths. Many Guyanese-based Barbadians were also part of the large crowd. Among them was Linden-born OLWYN BRISTOL, who described the Guyanese booth as the best on display.
Guyana have the best booth on the show because the display is good. You have all different type of craft, and you know that Guyana have the best craft in the Caribbean.
Charity Nichols, a tourist from the United Kingdom, was also impressed with the Guyana booth.
I think it shows how many wide-ranging products you can buy from Guyana. So I'm interested to... I've already seen the baskets in the household hall, so it'll be interesting to see all the different things that you do. So I want to see creative products, things that are handmade, using materials that are grown in the Caribbean, and then have some fun and enjoy the sunshine.
Guyana is a land of 6 races, and each race has contributed their unique culture and talents to make the country a very rich and diverse place, which we showcased in keeping with the CARIFESTA 2017 theme, Assert Our Culture and Celebrate Ourselves. Head of the Guyana Art Delegation, Patricia Helwig, said a combination of locally made items were all displayed at the Guyana booth.
We have jewelry, basketry, fabric designing, home decor, and the list goes on and on.
Guyana was fully prepared for its participation at CARIFESTA 13. There were several other Guyanese booths at the CARIFESTA Grand Market, including local Guyanese business Boche Bow Ties. Owner Janelle Pierre, though not being part of the national contingent, is a proud Guyanese, showcasing Guyanese talent through her business. Several persons could be seen observing Pierre's booth as they passed.
I am happy to see that persons are coming out to support Caribbean talent, and persons are here, who really love bows. That's a very rare thing to find sometimes, but it's been fun. I love that I see so many persons from Guyana. I feel the love. I had Guyanese persons help me put up my booth, and even when I was stressing about everything. So I'm really happy to be here and to be a part of the CARIFESTA 13 experience.
Guyanese performing arts talent showcased at CARIFESTA 13 was also a big hit. In our next segment, we will explore some of the scintillating performances.
The main purpose of CARIFESTA is to gather artists, musicians, and authors to display the folkloric and artistic manifestations of the Caribbean and Latin America regions. Guyana's literary and visual arts, fashion, dance, steel pan, African and Tassa drumming were just a few of the performances that left the crowd amazed.
One of Guyana's signature events at CARIFESTA after its fashion display was its captivating visual art display. A total of 33 art pieces from 12 Guyanese artists brought to life our rich, diverse culture and attracted the largest crowds at the art exhibition held at the Barbados Community College. The dominant themes portrayed were family, African, indigenous, the ethnic diversity of the population, and the natural environment. 22-year-old LARON GULLIVER, the youngest artist in the contingent, spoke about her pieces.
My pieces are part of a series that I did called Afrocentric. It actually shows how a person used the African culture to form the self-identity, as that the way we look, the way we dress, the way we act, also our values and beliefs. This work is actually related in my teenage years that I had self-esteem problems and how I've grown to accept myself in today's Caribbean society. So I actually show that journey through my work so that others can actually relate to it. I have a lot more to learn, a lot of other mediums to explore, and seeing other artists work from the Caribbean, it makes me feel that I have to experiment a little more using different mediums and so forth.
Prominent artist Winslow showcased 11 of the 33 art pieces displayed. Craig said he realized his natural artistic ability from a very young age.
You have work from as early as 1990. I left art school in 1989 to 2017. So I saw a wide range of themes, subject matter, medium, technique, all sorts of stuff that I would have encountered and experimented with and explored over the years and perfected in my own way.
Guyana's adroit steel pan players showcased their passion and skills as they entertained the audience with exuberant performances that brought the cheering crowd to their feet for standing ovations. Musical director Andrew Tyndall is very proud of his team of industrious and dedicated players who began preparations for CARIFESTA since March.
We have developed a very strong music program at the National School of Music in Guyana, and a part of that program is the National Steel Orchestra. So we've been grooming young people in the field of music education, where we teach them music literacy as well as practical skills. And so what you saw tonight was as a result of the work that we've been doing at the National School of Music. As you'd know, that the government of Guyana has, as part of its policy, set out to reintegrate music into the school system. And so at the National School of Music, we're on the push to ensure that we have qualified and quality instructors. And so those persons who you saw performing tonight are part of the core of instructors who will be working to expand the steel band program in schools. So they've been doing a lot of work, and we've been preparing for CARIFESTA since March. The team was selected from the winners of the Republic Bank Matrimony competition, and those persons, just after the match period, began their rehearsals for CARIFESTA. It's been a lot of hard work. What we try to do is to bring a very diverse repertoire to CARIFESTA, so that we don't just come and present music from Guyana alone, because the festival should be something that makes us one Caribbean. So our repertoire includes a lot of Guyanese music, but we also presented tonight music from Jamaica, music from Trinidad, music from Barbados. And as we continue, we will continue to present Guyanese music because, of course, we're the ambassadors for Guyanese music. So we'll continue to present that, and in each of our presentations, we'll try to present music from some of the other members of CARICOM.
A few talented players expressed their excitement and pride to have had the opportunity to represent Guyana.
I always like music, and steel pan just appealed to me in a certain manner. This opportunity is a very good one.
I don't think I chose steel pan. I think steel pan chose me, because I've been doing this since I was about 6. So it was just a part of me growing up, primary school, secondary school. I had a band, and then I just continued, and I just can't stop. Well, this is my 4th CARIFESTA, so the feeling every year is the same. I'm happy to be an ambassador for my country, and I am proud, of course, being a female ambassador in this art form, and it's just to inspire people and also to encourage other females especially to get into some art form or the other.
I've never had an interest in steel pan. It just came to me with an opportunity, and to this day I'm thankful for the opportunity. This is due to my work-study experience, and from there I went to the first Carry Festival the same year. Yeah, so it was excellent. My transition to music and steel pan, all the opportunities I've been given from the music school to National Steel Orchestra to representing Guyana this year, 4th Carry Festival. I'm enjoying it.
Well-known chutney soca monarch Rajesh Dubraj and his partner Aditya Dubraj stimulated the audiences with tassa drumming. Excited and proud, Dubraj is grateful to be at Carry Festa 13.
Tassa drumming is a big excitement back home in Guyana, and it's a big thing, but coming to Barbados might be a little bit off, and some of the other people from the other contingent doesn't know that much about it, and even the people in Barbados, but we're excited to play it and show them our version of playing drums. It's mostly a 4-person play, a core drum is 4-person, but luckily we have 2-person here now at Carry Festa, but we have somebody following with a brass, which give us a good song as well. So, but we're playing our rhythm and we're enjoying it, and I know they're enjoying it as well in Barbados. Bringing out part of our culture from Guyana. We're happy to do so, and we hope it can spread that Barbados might want us to come back sometime very soon. Coming here to represent Guyana, we feel good. We feel good that the audience wasn't that big enough, but whatever we had to dish out was well received, and we feel happy. We're representing our country, and our culture, Guyanese culture, can come out in whole, and the rest of the Caribbean can see that Carry Festa started in Guyana in 1972, and we're still alive, and we're having our flags high. And every Carry Festa, people say we dominate, but we keep preparing for it all the time.
The Guyana National School of Dance gave a taste of Guyana's diverse culture. The troupe entertained audiences with a variety of dances representing Guyana's rich cultural diversity, from the African, Indian, folk, masquerade, and classical dances, among others. Some of the Guyanese dancers, Tavana Clark, Jerusha de Santos, and Keon Warren, were honored to have represent Guyana.
It's an honor to be part of such an institution because we have been around for quite some time, over 25 years, and we would have paved the way for dance, and I think that it is just intriguing, and it's also amazing to be a part of such an institution. Added to the fact that we would have kept the first Carry Festa in Guyana, I think that as a Guyanese, I am proud to be a part of the contingent and also to be at Carry Festa 13. This is my 4th Carry Festa.
It's amazing. I'm so excited, and it is one of my dreams. It was one of my dreams from small, and being a part of this event is one that is filled with cultural activities and stuff that you can learn from. So I'm very happy.
I feel amazing because I was at Carry Festa 12, which kept in 80, and to be here once more in Barbados representing Guyana, it's an amazing feeling for me to be here once more.
As the curtains came down after 10 days of the expressions of art, music, food, folklore, theater, and dance at the Caribbean Festival of Arts known as Carry Festa, the region goes into preparation mode in the next 2 years to showcase the cultural industries as a legitimate aspect of the Caribbean economies, their potential and stability as an economic sector, and the contribution of the festival to the development of cultural tourism in the region. Steel pan music. We will be in Trinidad and Tobago to bring to you Carry Festa 14.
Guyana's performances, sadly, the 10 days of fun, excitement, and networking have come to an end. But the memories and relationships forged will surely spur progressive action. The 10-day mega cultural event ended with a culmination of performances from various Caribbean countries at the Kensington Oval Ground. The excitement will be rekindled in 2019. With that, we have come to the end of this week's edition of Guyana 411. You can watch this and other DPI programs on our website and YouTube channel. DPI also has an active Facebook page. Thank you for joining us. I am Gabriela Patram. Do have a safe and productive week ahead. Goodbye.